Just remember, since you're on stream, there is a microphone, so if you don't want someone to hear what you say, don't say it.
All right, cool.
Just remember, microphone, if you don't want someone to hear what you're going to say, don't say it.
Okay.
So no ethnic slurs.
Try.
What about making fun of white people? Is that fine?
Yeah, because you're white.
Yeah.
Dad. Good?
Nolan, by the way?
Mike.
Nice to meet you.
All right. Have a good game. And remember, Mike.
Ooh, burn this. Burn it to the ground. Ew.
Oh, but this is my favor?
Yep,
if I
sure
have it,
thing.
it'll be there.
Sure thing.
Where are you from?
Thunder Bay.
Where are you from? Vancouver.
West Coast Vancouver. So they put 2 Canadians on the first stream. See, people know where Vancouver is. I'm from the middle of butt-fuck nowhere.
Kind of aware of Thunder Bay is.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's in the middle of the fucking country. There's nothing for 8 hours either way.
Nice. Sounds enjoyable.
And even then, east is Sault Ste. Marie, and west is Winnipeg. Ooh, boy!
That's it. That's all your deck. I dropped the cards. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I don't think it matters that much.
I didn't see anything. So.
Once you see like the first 2 or 3 cards slip, you'll have like an idea of what's happening.
Oh my god. Could it be the most boring match ever on stream?
Dude, I'm military.
I'm not talking to you. You don't even read your cards.
I don't need to. They can do what
He
I want.
can't win when his opponent buys no gold for 3 turns. First turn? What do I get first turn again? Kimura?
Oh, yeah.
Attach?
He loves Kimura.
Attach?
You know what?
Swing?
I don't even remind it about how
Attention all of our qualifiers, you may begin.
All right, good luck to you.
Good luck.
And as a reminder, you just need 3 wins out of this 5-round tournament to go into the main event on Saturday. 3 wins.
Okay, so round 2 has begun.
Well, this is an interesting way of doing this.
Sure.
Okay. Name Absolution. Yeah, it goes through.
No, I have out.
Yeah, I name it with my stronghold before I go and do it.
Oh, you name it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I name it with my stronghold. I do it.
Yeah, I'll use it.
Okay, so a very early, the new order for the Scorpion player, Mike.
Forgot about your ball.
Looks like Mike is playing the military build of this deck, playing, looks like the Kensai, the Bitterlies Kensai build. And obviously it looks like the Phoenix, Nolen is playing the Phoenix Rocket deck. hey, look, let's let guys die and rebuy them later because we can.
The Phoenix Rocket deck has been successfully piloted to a couple
RP.
events, Donnie being one of the builders of this deck. Personally, I'm a big fan of Donnie decks, and he has a standing thing that I'm allowed to use them at any time. I personally took this deck to the finals of Origins, and then lost to John Palmer because he's a big jerk. Not that I'm marrying him or anything, you know.
Oh no.
Kagi, RFG card.
I definitely saw a Kabuki Theater Troupe. I think it was the alt art Kabuki Theater Troupe.
The old card was a silver mine. He's running the old silver mines, I assume. It's the only other card that's got the pre-Pearl Edition border on it. It's real hard to tell in his stack, but I'm almost certain that's what it is because he's.
Yeah, that's a silver mine. That's one of the very old silver mines. Then I think he's got 2 Kabuki Theater Troops and a Forgotten Legacy. Oh yes, and the Carpenter Shrine. Those are all our Kabuki Theater Troops.
Yeah, that's the ones from last that were promos last year and were in the winter the Christmas kit.
Personally, I'm a fan of the original art for the Kabuki Theater Troops. Some old art I'm a big fan of, but personally I like my shinies.
Eternal Mage, almost all of us are bad at old art unless we've played that long, and yes, I'm at 16 years. I remember that artwork.
Name and honor guest.
Okay. Pass.
So, Mike here named honored guest.
I would say that's a good call. An honored guest is a ridiculous common from Thunderous Acclaim that lets you give one of your guys in your province a +1 personal honor. You can proclaim him even if he doesn't have your clan alignment. And of course, that personal honor boost is permanent. So as long as he doesn't go face down back in your deck, which even when they die, they come back. So for the most part, I can blow up whoever I want and get him back later with the Stronghold. Really strong combo.
Yeah, one of my favorite combos with this Phoenix deck is personally using Wheels Within Wheels, gaining my 2 honor, then buying the person back that next turn. So, especially with that guy right there. What's his name? Koisei? Is that? I always forget his name. Guy in the 2nd province.
Again, one.
Name and honored guest.
Okay. Again, another. All right. Again, one.
So I heard you're going to talk to me about special.
All game 5. Yep. All game 1. I'll buy this.
I'm not actually sure if that honored guest thing is permanent. Oh, no, it does say. It says permanently give +1 personal honor to a target personality. The action is recruiting, so it's an interrupt. You may proclaim him even if he does not have your clan alignment.
Saw a couple of matches at the Bride of the Emperor tournament. That was one player double an honored guest to Sakimi, gained 7. Next turn, Wheels Within Wheels, and then brought her back for 7 more. Pretty insane.
say that Mike's play would probably be to name honored guest for the rest of the game. That would probably be a very good call for him to slow them down and honor to a turn. His other option, especially if he manages to dishonor someone, would be to name wheels within wheels, because that's generally one of the cards the Scorpion will name against a turbo honor deck. That way they also can't kill his own guys, which would be a very big play in this deck, because not only are they then able to proclaim from their discard pile, but they can also gain that extra honor from their stronghold.
Let's resolve there. Engage. 5 minutes. Pass engage.
I'm not an expert on everything, but when it comes to the Phoenix Turbo Honor deck, I got a little bit of knowledge.
If I'm just playing casually,
Strike.
What we
sometimes that stinks, but it's usually fun.
what we do is really fun. We deal out 4 and we deal out 4 more. So you'll pick from 4, pick 1, put it down, and then you'll look at your other pile.
Okay,
So
so
you have
value target negate personalized destruction of the action, and if he is a Kensai and has 2 weapons, you get his running movement to destroy the weapon.
We're gonna look that up.
So I strike, I don't die.
You might not have a big way with that.
All rewards, value down. The unit.
Unit?
Yep. Can't straight.
Where are you attacking, sir? I will.
No, the stronghold says Dynasty, pay any amount of gold, recruit your target dead, not discarded, Phoenix Clan personality, you may proclaim him. Gain 1 honor. So you can use the ability to recruit somebody who's dead. Now, recruit somebody who's dishonorably dead. How that honor game interacts is another question altogether.
Follow Ben Higgins to the end of tables 3 and 4. He has raised his hand. The end of table 3 and 4.
I can honestly say I did not see that come one at a time coming. I really didn't.
Gain 1.
An honored guest with my stronghold.
I will gain.
So you would proclaim them for 0, and then the gain 1 honor is separate from that. So what would happen is the gain 1 honor would re-honor the personality. So you'd end up gaining no honor, but the personality would return honorable at this point.
You sure do.
We just got that confirmation from a rules team member. I believe his name might be John Palmer. I think he's kind of a big deal. What's your... He's a very, very lame person. I love him to death.
I'll gain 4, 5,
Yep.
6. 28.
28.
It's not one of the smaller. It's a full box stand.
Beautiful.
I draw 1, and table's yours.
Card to name?
7.
7.
I don't want to tell you something and then you
That is the proper way to do it. But I'll see you around more than 6.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they should have them at the booth now. People can buy their own bags. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna. Tomorrow.
Source it.
So this weekend, just so everyone knows, I'm going to be interviewing a lot of people from different aspects of L5R, not just employees of AEG, but players, artists, and different people who've affected the game throughout the last 20 years. We're going to be asking them things like what L5R means to them, and just talk to them about how the game's affected their life. So you can look for that on YouTube in the upcoming weeks.
Attention L5R players, if you pre-ordered an L5R event kit online from the AEG store, you may come up to Joel, who is to my immediate right, and pick that up.
Start attack.
Okay.
They'll both go after restore.
Okay.
Yay, Kintaro!
Decent defense.
Go, you brave soul, you. Go, you brave soul. Resolve there, you're engaged.
I have no engage.
No engage, your action. Are they at home or?
Oh yeah, these guys are not there. Only
Okay.
these two.
Only those two? Okay.
I'll send you home. Game 2.
Alright. I'll give him -3 force.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I will send home with a favor.
Okay. Pass it, that province. Resolve this province.
Okay. Cool. I will. Pass.
Kagi?
Yep.
Take. That has got to be one of the stupidest cards in the environment.
It's pretty stupid. You just have to deal with it though.
Yeah. That, 10 Boro and Minora can claim 1. Up to 7. And go.
Yeah, that was accessible terrain. That reprint was between accessible terrain,
Do that.
standing fast, and rewards of experience. Those are probably the 3 biggest reprints in 20
I'll name an honor
festivals.
check.
Ridiculous cards.
I will. Under my name.
Oh, I'll, sorry. It is your action. I'm going to froze and give someone a token.
Attention Brandon Quigley, you are signed up for the L5R Invitational Draft. Brandon Quigley.
Although it's kind of pointless to give it to him now, but whatever.
I'll gain 1.
Yep.
2.
Yep.
3.
Yep. 34. Alright.
I will take the favor.
Yep. Favor's all yours. What am I gonna say about it? I got 7 honor to your 34. Okay.
I'll gain 6.
Alright. What do you at? 40? 40?
Plus 2.
Yep. Goal. A new alliance shut off Shinkawa and Keisei. Cool. Gotcha.
Well, it's really hard to meta against it unless you're running a lot of anti-movement cards or cards that,
Source Soul.
because it's being an absent terrain. Since you won't have any presence, you don't have a way to deal with it unless you have another terrain that's also absent, and there aren't that many of them in the format.
File with the invest.
Usually the player that plays accessible is the one that's going to get the most advantage out of it, simply because they're not just using it just as a movement card. Sometimes they're using it as a movement card and a way to deal with your personalities. So if you move a guy in, they get to take an action to kill your guy, etc. So it is a real pain to deal with.
These are.
Yeah, I don't. Gold, he'll take a stuck bot.
Yeah, if you're a Scorpion player, you have that ability. There's absolutely no question. Hey, let's.
I will name come one at a time with my strongholds. And I'll fire and check.
Okay, so it looks like the Phoenix, that Nolen ended up conceding.
Well, it is what it is.
He was at 40, but
I personally think
unfortunately, because of the new order popping on the first turn or the second turn, he didn't really have much of a chance there with only one province left.
Holding 3 of those. Yeah, and you want to know what that does to standing fast? Oh yeah, you're 8 gold, yeah. You know that 10 gold follower you just put on? I'm gonna buy my little stockpile weapons, kill it. Oh now I'm more expensive than you. And I've lost to this. Yours, I like yours. I like the dueling. I like the dueling because that's
No one really.
because of the standard and circle.
It doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, it's accessible. But come on at that, yeah, that caught me right off guard.
I need some answers. I wouldn't have. I thought it was.
I like. You gotta sign it.
How'd you let him win? I don't know. I'm a scrub.
Kicked him in the shin.
Turn 1 new order. I need an absolution with box. Because that's fair, apparently.
Funny if you had 2 though.
If you had 2, you had 2. I'd have to destroy the province then. Alright.
Thank you for the game.
Oh, good luck to you with the rest of the
I'm not done.
You got a good deck. It should get the next 2 wins pretty easily.
I was hoping to go 3-0. It's mostly because I'm tired, and I played Dragon until 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
6 in the morning.
Oh man, I was up until like 3 in the morning after driving for up to 48 hours.
Love the sarcasm on that, believe me.
And even then, east is Sault Ste. Marie, and west is Winnipeg. Ooh boy!
That's it? That's all your deck? I dropped the cards. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I don't think it matters that much.
I didn't see anything. So.
Once you see like the first 2 or 3 cards slip, you'll have like an idea of what's happening.
Oh my god. Could it be the most boring match ever on stream?
Dude, I'm military.
I'm not talking to you. You don't even read your cards.
I don't need to. They can do what I
He
want.
can't win when his opponent buys no gold for 3 turns. First turn. What do I get first turn again? Kimura?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he loves Kimura. Attach?
You know what?
Swing?
I don't even remind it about how
Attention all of our qualifiers, you may begin.
All right, good luck to you.
Good luck.
And as a reminder, you just need 3 wins out of this 5-round tournament to go into the main event on Saturday. 3 wins.
Okay, so round 2 has begun.
Well, this is an interesting way of doing this. Okay. Name absolution.
Hi. Just remember, since you're on stream, there is a microphone, so if you don't want someone to hear what you say, don't say it.
All right. Cool.
Just remember, microphone, if you don't want someone to hear what you're going to say, don't say it.
Okay. So no ethnic slurs.
Try.
What about making fun of white people? Is that fine?
Yeah, because you're white.
Yeah.
Dad. Good?
Nolan, by the way.
Mike.
Nice to meet you.
All right. Have a good game. And remember, Mike.
This is my favor.
Yep,
If I
sure
have it,
thing.
it'll be there.
Sure thing.
Where are you from?
Thunder Bay.
Where are you from? Vancouver.
You West Coast Vancouver. So they put 2 Canadians on the first stream. See, people know where Vancouver is. I'm from the middle of buttfuck nowhere.
Kind of aware of Thunder Bay is.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's in the middle of the fucking country. There's nothing for 8 hours either way.
Nice. Sounds enjoyable.
Ooh, burn this. Burn it to the ground. Ew.
Oh, thanks.